What is up guys, it is me Sam. Welcome to this video. So I've recently rearranged my bank, and as always I wanted to make a video on it to show you guys what has happened to it. And now the main change is I've pretty much put all of my combat gear into one. I had this before, it got a bit cluttered after a while, but I've made this one pretty good, and I've made sure it's not going to get cluttered in the future. And this is sort of like the main change in the bank, so I'm going to jump straight into it and show you what I mean. But the first tab is just my cash and my captain's log for ports. I like to keep things basic there, as always. But this is the combat tab that I am on about. So straight away you can see it does look kind of messy, but I know where everything is in this tab, and it is a lot easier to use instead of what it was before, where I had to keep changing tabs to find little things. So now I should remember everything whenever I'm doing a Slayer task or going to a boss, which is really cool. But the first things at the top are like my potions, the main ones I use. I've got some food, some like cannonballs and bolts for my crossbow. I've got the main teleports I use. I recently actually got rid of a load of tele tabs. I've only kept the ones I really use, and that is the house tele tabs, Varrock, Trollheim and Relica. All the others I don't really ever use. They've just been in my bank and just they're worth selling. I mean, I made a couple of mil from them, so I decided to do that. Got my summoning supplies. Well, in terms of summoning familiars, I just use the ones that I use most often. So you've got Unicorn, Yak and Steel Titan. Got some portents down here, again just the main ones that I use. I've got my cannon, a royal cannon, got a placeholder for it as well. Got some Slayer stuff up here, so ferocious rings, nearly got 50 of them. I'm trying to hit that, should be able to get that soon. Rings of slaying and a ring of wealth. Got ancient ceremonial here for some necks. I got some phoenix nexus here in case I ever need to use them, mainly at the rise of the 6. They're very helpful there. And I've got all of my charms here as well. I've got 4.1k golds, 2.2k greens, 8.3k crimsons and 5.8k blues, so quite a lot from them. Quite a lot for just having charms. I believe it's about 9 million XP, which is insane. But I'm going to collect them all till maybe I have like 100k blues, just to see what it looks like in the bank, and just to sort of show it off, I suppose. But very happy with the charms I have right now. That's just mainly through bossing and Slayer. Glazors are really good for charms, by the way, if anyone wants to get some. Crimsons and blues, I got like 1k of each in 3 days, which was epic. And then from then on, it's pretty much like, it does look kind of messed up and like everything's everywhere, but I just got the main sort of combat gear that I use, and any sort of helpful things such as like demon horn necklace, charming imp, scrimshaws and things like that, just to help me in combat. Got my Tokar Cow cape there, which should not be there anymore because I got my completionist cape back. Got that back when completed the final score at ports. Got all of my auras. I do have quite a lot of them now. Got Supreme Reverence, Supreme Invigorate. We have Penance, Vampirism and Inspiration. And I also recently bought Full Tectonic for next solos. Some of my friends said that I should really buy that whilst it's cheap. I believe the full set is like 40 mil, so that's for the robe bottom, robe top and the mask. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. It's, like I said, fairly cheap, and it's going to help a lot when I do next solos. And I just generally have a really awesome setup right now. If I take out my most recent things, it just looks like a beast when I put this all on. I am really happy with this, and it's going to be interesting to see actually how it turns out at next. But yeah, this is what it currently looks like. It does look really kind of nice actually, and I'm happy about that. So I haven't actually tested it at next yet, but I will in the future, and hopefully I will be able to get some next solos done, and yeah, that'd be pretty epic. So let's go back into the bank and show you what else I have done. And in the next tab, I just have runes and sort of teleportation items. So glories, games, necklaces, rings of jewelings, and just a few other things as well. Nothing too insane in this tab, even though I do still have 1 million pure essence. I don't know what to do with it. I kind of want to hold on to it just to see if pure essence ever goes up in price again, because I bought this all for like 60 GP each, and I believe now it's around 20 GP each, or it's 21 now, so it's slowly going back up. But you know what, you never know, it could become like really helpful in the future or something. And yeah, I would have made a load of bank from that if it goes above 60 GP, because every like GP it goes up, I make a mil, so it's insane. But I'm just going to keep it there for the time being. Next tab is skilling. Nothing really too much to go into here. I mean, it's just got my skilling supplies for like the Shattered Heart minigame. Got my pouches for rune crafting. Got a few auras for like farm runs. So Supreme Green Fingers, really cool by the way. Got Jack of Trades and Wisdom. But yeah, I don't really use this tab too much right now just because I'm been PVMing a lot, so I'm mainly in this tab. But that's it for that. Got summoning one. This is kind of really basic, and I don't really like the look of it. I'm thinking of maybe just putting it into my junk tab, because it is kind of like a waste of a tab. Not much is really going on in here. Just got some pouches, some shards, some of them sort of gems you can get, and some pets, and that's about it. I mean, this tab is dead, so I am thinking of putting it in my junk tab, which is next. There we go, look at that. This is the junk tab. It is quite a small junk tab as well. Like, I've seen other bank videos and you see them just like have a massive scroll wheel, but this one's alright. I mean, most of the junk in here I still kind of use, like the war priest and stuff, but you know, I can't really think of putting it in another tab, so I just lob it all in here, and you know, I'm happy to you know, have very little junk to be honest. Got some greaves up there. You just can't get rid of these. You got to hold on to them because they just take ages to make. So I've still got them there. But that's it for the junk tab. Next is sort of where I put my used potions, and also where I make my overloads. I didn't know really what to do with this tab. I was thinking of putting it in the skilling tab, but it kind of got a bit messy, and you know, I just wanted to have a separate tab for it. Whenever I want to do some hardcore skilling, I can put whatever I'm using in here, and that'd be cool. Got loads of extreme attacks still, and I've also recently made like close to 1k of each extreme, so I can make some more overloads. I do have like 500 plus overload flasks and a whole load of other flasks as well for like PVM. But that's it for that tab. And the final one is very basic, it's just one item. I've got a Triskelion fragment. This is sort of where I put all my drops for whatever I'm doing, so it could be Slayer, could be bossing, could be anything. I just put it all in here and then sell it, and see where I go from there. But overall, this whole bank is looking pretty nice. 70 mil cash. This is of course the main one where all the value is in, and I'm very happy with where I currently stand in RuneScape. But guys, that will be it for my bank. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that thumbs up button. It will be much appreciated. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Peace.